Hi everyone, this is Cindy with the RainbowElephant.com blog, and I have two new patterns to share with you, Zigster and Clover swag. Let's get going with Clover swag. First, let's give ourselves a baseline, and then we're going to add on top of that three little leaf looking shapes. This is going to be our clovers, and we're going to do a row of those across our baseline. Once we get these in place, we're going to go back and put an aura around each of them, just like outlining them. And then we're going to go back to that first one again and add a pole, just like this, on each of the highest part of the clover. And now we're going to go back to that first one again and start making some curved lines that work between each of the poles. This would be part of our swag. And of course we need to go back and make the second half of our swag, which is basically the same line, just got a little space between it and the first one. This is what it looks like when it's on pen and ink paper. Now let's go ahead and look at Zigster. For this one, we're going to start with a baseline again and do a mountain and a valley, mountain and valley, and keep doing that. We're going to go back to the first valley, put a stick with a zigzag and a line on top of that, skip a valley, and then make that same funny looking shape again, stick, zigzag, and another line. Every other valley. Then in the top of these, we're going to add a raindrop with a curved line at the bottom. This is our first shape of the three we're going to make. Now the second one goes on the valleys in between, and it's a stick with a raindrop on top and a curved line on the bottom. Very similar to the first one, except we're leaving the zigzag off, and it's a little short guy. Then we're going to go into the mountain. On top of the mountain, we're going to put a stick with a box on top of it. This is a medium-sized character that goes in between that tall one and the short one. And notice they're not straight. They're actually kind of more fun if you put them cattywampus. And on each of those, let's put a stick with a little dot on it to kind of top it off a little bit. And here's what it looks like when you do this on pen and ink on paper. Notice how I have the tops kind of curving here and there, and they're overlapping. It's a fun Zigster pattern. Okay, here's a doodle that I did, just a random doodle, and I filled it in with some of the patterns that I've showed you over the last couple of days. Add a little bit of color to it and maybe some shading, and then we'll top it off with some pointillism. Looky there. So you can grab the pattern worksheets for our Clover swag as well as for Zigster from my blog over at RainbowElephant.com. Come on by and see me. I've got 3 more patterns that I'm going to share with you tomorrow.